The tariffs aren't even here yet for the most part, but the anticipation of this tariff and the tariff standoff has already a pretty major effect on the Vancouver real estate market. In today's video, we will discuss what effect it has specifically on the buyers and on the sellers, and then we're going to talk about the market as a whole and what we can expect moving forward. First, let's briefly talk a little bit about what tariffs are exactly. I'm not an economist, I'm just a real estate agent, so I'm going to try to put it in the simplest terms possible. A tariff is essentially a tax on the goods imported into country. And Donald Trump lately has been threatening a lot of countries with tariffs, including Canada. At the end of January 2025, he proposed a 25% tariff across all imports from Canada and a 10% tariff on all imports of energy from Canada into the United States. It would essentially make Canadian products 25% more expensive. Roughly speaking, I know it's not exactly 25%, but for the sake of this video, let's just say 25% more expensive than other products that are made in the United States or products imported from other countries that don't have this import tariff. And because the United States is by far the largest trading partner of Canada, they have a pretty big impact on our exports and on Canadian economy overall, which would mean that this tariff would have a pretty major effect on our economy. A lot of experts are saying that Canada would go into a recession, our GDP would shrink by 3%, a lot of companies would be reducing their workforce, a lot of companies would be looking for other ways to sell their products, and of course, a lot of companies would be going out of business. None of that sounds fun. On top of that, Canada would of course retaliate and introduce the tariffs of our own, and that's exactly what happened. Our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has introduced Canadian tariffs on US goods. They weren't on all US goods, but for the big part, they were affecting a lot of different goods. And if you're watching this video, chances are you already know the story. Then February 3rd, Monday came around and the tariff negotiation sort of went ahead, and the tariffs were postponed for another month until March 1st, where seems like they would be renegotiated again. So the tariffs haven't even happened. However, as I'm recording this video, the news just broke that US did introduce some tariffs on Canadian steel as well as aluminum imports, which would affect BC specifically because we do have some aluminum mines and we export aluminum to United States. And this wait and see approach from Donald Trump with the tariff standoff and tariff war has really affected the real estate market in various ways. Talking to a lot of my own clients as well as talking to my real estate colleagues, there is a sense that a lot of buyers at the moment are waiting to see what happens with the tariffs before they go ahead and purchase anything. It feels like there's a lot of buyers looking in the market right now, but not a lot of buyers are pulling the trigger. And I have a feeling that the longer we stay in this state of uncertainty, the more of a slowdown they will have on the real estate market. And hopefully around March 1st, we'll have a resolution to this tariff standoff. Hopefully they're just canceled and not postponed for another month or two, because that would just delay the spring market from starting and that would keep a lot of people on the sidelines. The tariff threats have also had a pretty big impact on the sellers, at least in my opinion. What I see is that a lot of sellers are trying to get ahead of this economic uncertainty. A lot of people don't like to risk their assets, especially their primary homes, and they feel like they don't want to gamble on the prices going down if there is a recession in the future. So a lot of people are just trying to get ahead of this whole thing happening, whether something happens or not, because of course nobody really knows. I don't even think Donald Trump himself knows what he's gonna do. So a lot of people are trying to list their homes, which means that we're likely to see more listings come to the market in February. A lot of people are just trying to get ahead of this whole situation. If the tariffs actually happen, they will have a slowdown effect on the market. And some of the sellers that have been waiting on the sidelines for a year or two, waiting for the market to improve, now get the sense of uncertainty and they don't want to wait another 1 or 2 years waiting for the market to improve, waiting to see what happens with these tariffs. They just want to sell right now, get ahead of the whole situation if anything were to happen. Besides these effects, the tariff standoff has also had a bit of an effect on the construction industry. From the people in the industry that I speak with, contractors as well as builders, I see that a lot of builders are looking for alternative suppliers, from outside of United States, because having uncertainty in construction industry is never a good thing. A lot of these projects are planned 5-6 years ahead, and not knowing what the prices of materials are going to be even next month is not a very good feeling. And looking for new supply lines as well as establishing relationships with suppliers takes time, which creates more uncertainty and slowdowns in the construction industry, which already was struggling with the building costs. And all of this is not great for affordability in the long run. In the short run, we might see some price fluctuations, especially if the tariffs are implemented. However, in the long run, having uncertainty in construction industry with supply lines would just make things delayed and more expensive. I'll try to keep you updated with any future developments in this or other real estate related stories here in Vancouver. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss those videos when they do come out. Also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you're looking to get started in buying real estate in Vancouver, you just don't know where to start, how the process works, I have an absolutely free buyer's guide linked in the description below. You don't need to sign up for anything. It's just a tool to help you get started. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.